Hi there, Amin. Let's take a look at this set of essays you've sent us. This one is about green energy. Here is what you wrote. Experts throughout both the developing and developed world have debated whether green energy greatly reduces cost and is better for the environment, or here we need an if, it is a serious threat to energy security. This debate has grown in importance since the advent of alternative energy sources. All right, a couple of things here before I move on. What you did is you really copied quite a bit from the task. Check it out. You wrote here, where is it? Greatly reduces costs and is better for the environment. Look, greatly reduces costs and is better for the environment. Here it says a serious threat to energy security. You wrote a serious threat to energy security. That's a problem because it is pretty identical to what's in the task, and that is really going to count against you, primarily in terms of your word count, but also just in terms of the first impression you're creating. You don't want to do that. You want to use novel language, especially in your introduction, because it's the first impression you're giving the examiner of your writing. So be careful with that and try to avoid this at all costs. Now, the second thing here is that the grammar was a little funny. You needed a full stop here. This should have started a new sentence. This debate has grown in importance since the advent of alternative energy sources without the. So, personally, I believe green energy benefits outweigh the risks of using it. This essay will argue both sides using examples from the UK Energy Centre and Oxford University to demonstrate points and prove arguments. Okay, here you're fine. On the one hand, there is ample evidence from our current life that supports the idea that producing more green energy is drastically reducing energy security in the world. Okay. The central reason behind this is twofold. Firstly, green energy production fluctuates between seasons, which could cause instability in the energy market. All right, explain it. What do you mean? Secondly, countries. Now, I don't know why you keep doing this. Look, green is capitalized, countries is capitalized. Neither one should be. Countries dependent on exporting oil and gas will not accept the new situation easily, especially after their important role in stabilizing and keeping the energy supplies worldwide running smoothly during the last century. You will not accept, especially after. Okay, fine. To exemplify that, an extensive study by the UK Energy Centre demonstrated I think you need a that here. That if green energy production increased dramatically in the world, that would ruin the economy in 14 countries where oil and gas are 90% of their annual budget, causing wars in the whole world, rather than that could cause. It's just, the sentence becomes a little too long, a little cumbersome to read, okay? So if you really insist on keeping it, I would have gotten rid of this that could cause, because look, you have that would ruin and then that could cause. It just becomes a little too much. So that would ruin the economy in 14 countries where oil and gas are 90% of their annual budget, causing wars in the world. Okay, that would be better. Therefore, it is conclusively clear that there are considerably strong risks. No. It is conclusively clear that considerably strong risks could be caused by green energy. Not that there are, but that strong risks could be caused. All right, moving on. On the other hand, although there is a case for considering risks of renewable energy, cheap, clean, and other... What? That doesn't make sense. Cheap and clean are not advantages. So cheap and clean energy and other advantages could be achieved. Kind of makes sense, but it's not really ideal. I don't really know what it is you're trying to say here. Let me read it one more time, see if I can make sense of it. Although there is a case for considering risks of using renewable energy, other advantages such as cheap and clean energy could be achieved. That makes sense. This is because the sun, wind, and water are free, and using them to produce energy does not need buying raw materials continuously. Full stop here. Stop with the commas. It's not a comma, it's a full stop. In addition to that, these alternative sources of energy do not produce any dangerous byproduct like pollution and greenhouse gas emissions. Gas, singular. For example, an extensive study by Oxford University showed that the electricity expenses and pollution produced from houses dependent on green energy are less by 50% and 90% respectively. Okay. Consequently, it is possible to state beyond doubt that renewable energy is good for us and for the planet. Lovely. From the arguments and examples given, it should be acknowledged that green energy is cheaper and cleaner than other energy sources. In future, all humanity is expected to convert to renewable energy along with facing and solving all threats. Huh? What happened here? All humanity is expected to convert to renewable energy. Full stop. The rest of this doesn't make sense. Along with facing and solving all threats could be faced. That doesn't make sense. What do you mean with facing could be faced? So I would have just gotten rid of that because all it did was confuse me. And that's another place where you really want to be careful. It's the last thing the examiner is going to read. So make sure you end off on a high note, okay? With accurate grammar, really strong vocabulary, and in a nice kind of thought-provoking sentence, okay? You were off to the right start here, but that last little bit was a little confusing. Let's take a look at your task 1. Okay, so here we have the letter to the neighbor about the barking dog. So let's see what you said here. Dear John, how are you and your family? Hope everything is going well. And how is Suf, your little new dog? I just wanted to let you know that my little daughter Miriam couldn't sleep in the last 5 weeknights because of Suf barking. We still can hear the barks during the daytime, but it does not cause any problem. Okay, let's talk about this a little bit. It was fine, no real problems. It just some of the grammar felt a little awkward to me. So let's see if we can replace some of the words you used or some of the structures to make it sound a little more natural. I just wanted to let you know that my little daughter Miriam was not able, okay? When you talk about ability in the past, you have to use be able to. So here it should be was not able to sleep for the last 5 nights because of Suf barking. I think here I kind of want an apostrophe S to show it's the dog's barking that's annoying. We can still hear the barks during the daytime, but it does not cause any problem. I would like to suggest if you can let the dog sleep on the other side of your apartment. Okay, here, again, no comma here. It should be a full stop or a semicolon, but not a comma. I mean the side next to the stair room. What does that mean? I don't know what a stair room is, but this is strange. Or you could consult a dog expert to teach him to not to bark is appropriate, at night. As you know, the community rules in Sky Quartz Towers it's rules, okay, rules, do not allow any dog at all, even if the dog stays at home all the time. I don't mind at all for you to have Suf at your home, and I would not make any complaint to the community management, but I would really appreciate if you could solve the barking issue ASAP, especially so, not that. All right, let's fix this. Especially so other neighbors do not make a complaint. Okay? I think that makes a little more sense. I hope this letter doesn't offend you, as I am just trying to get my daughter some sleeping time at night. If you need any help in finding a dog specialist to help in training Suf, please let me know. Waiting for you to reply. Kind regards. Okay, I thought it was fine. I thought you did a nice job. It was neither too formal nor informal. I think it was a nice neutral style, which is fine. I mean, it's completely appropriate. You don't have to be best buddies with your neighbor, nor do you have to be super formal. So I thought this tone was appropriate. I thought what you said was also appropriate. Let me just think about one little thing. Your reason, good. What would you like to happen, good. Yes, fine. You kind of spent a little too much time on this, which was really sort of your addition to this about the whole community, what did you call it? Community management thing. That was really your addition here. You didn't have to talk about all this. You could have talked about the dog consultation a little more. You ended up talking about it at the end, so it was okay. I didn't really have an issue with that. But all in all, I thought it was a good letter. I thought you did very well. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Amin, this is your last set with us. You may have told us at some point when you plan on taking the exam. Unfortunately, I don't remember at this time, so I apologize. But if you have a little time, you don't need a whole lot really, but if you've got a little time at your disposal, I would recommend signing up for some more essays with us. There'll be a link in this email for another essay package. So that's something I'd like you to consider so that we can continue working with you, continue giving you feedback and helping you improve. All right, let's see if that's something we can get you to sign up for. I hope so. I hope to see more of your work. If you decide not to, just let us know. I really would like to know what your plans are with IELTS. So just keep us in the loop so that we know how you do, okay? So I look forward to seeing more of your essays. Best of luck to you.